Inna mathala Isa indallahi kamathali Adam. The example of Isa as far as Allah is concerned is just like the sampling of Adam, the case of Adam. خَلَقَهُ مِن تُرَابٍ. He created Adam from dust, from dirt. ثُمَّ قَالَ لَهُ كُن فَيَكُونَ. Then he said to him, be, and he comes into existence. Kun fayakun. In other words, Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, look, if you think Isa is divine, then Adam alayhi salam has twice the right to be considered divine. I heard that in a khutbah one time. I was like, I wonder what the Christians say about that. So I was taking a ride to the college, and next to me was a guy from like clearly a Wall Street type, like suit, tie, and like was reading the journal. And I hate the stock market. I can't stand it. The worst class. I went to business school. I hated finance class. Hated it. So this guy, I want to start a conversation with him because we're on the Long Island Railroad and it's going to be an hour and 15 minutes. We're sitting next to each other. So I figure, hey. So I say, crazy market, huh? And he goes, yeah, tell me about it. We start talking. Turns out he's a Catholic, right? And he's stopped going to church about a couple of years ago. He feels like all they want is his money, right? Sounds like some masjid sometimes. But anyway, so I started talking to him. So I was like, hey, can I ask you something about your religion? He goes, yeah, no, shoot, go ahead. So I said, this whole thing about Jesus being the Son of God, because he doesn't have a father. I mean, have you ever thought about Adam? He goes, what about Adam? I was like, well, he doesn't have a mom or a dad. I mean, it's like twice as miraculous. If you're saying Jesus is attributed to God because of the lack of a father, I mean, our position is Adam, no father, no mother. That's like twice the miracle. So if anybody has the right to be called a son, it should be Adam. Get in line. That's like later. You know? He looks at me and he says the most amazing thing. He says, you know, that's the mystery of faith. That's all he says. That's all he has to say. You know, that's the mystery of faith. And that's how they've been sold. Don't you see? It doesn't make any sense. It's incredible, isn't it? Can't you feel it? That's what they do. I've actually heard sermons like this. I've actually sat on Sundays and listened to some of this stuff. Yes, it's incredible. He died for our sins. All of our sins. Isn't that amazing? It's such a mystery, isn't it? When they say mystery, what are they saying? They can't explain it any other way. It's a mystery. And people are like, yeah, mystery, awesome, love it, you know? Incredible. But yeah, those were stuck in my mind because that's the average position. That's the average position. Al-haqqu min rabbika. The truth comes from your master. فَلَا تَكُمْ مِنَ الْمُمْتَرِينَ. Very interesting advice. امترى يمتري امتراء فهو ممتر. ممترين. The jama' is mumtaruna, mumtarina. Iftara yaftari iftira'an. Ifta'ala yafta'ilu ifti'a'lan. Imtara yamtari imtira. The ta is not part of the root. It's mim, ra, and ya. It's mim, ra, and ya. It's not because it's a vowel at the end. Okay, mumtarin. This is the one who is falling into doubt. Mumtar is someone who falls into doubt. The original word is miryatun. Miryatun. Okay? Now mirya is a special kind of doubt because we have a few words in Arabic for doubt. We have shak, we have raib, right? We have labas, we have mirya. The word mirya implies there's a concrete fact. I mean, there's no doubt about a fact. You're absolutely certain of its truth. And yet, through somebody's philosophical arguments and twists and turns and, convoluted suggestions, you start falling into doubt about something that's supposed to be concrete. It was concrete to begin with, but there are people who are masters at messing you up, and you start talking to them and you start getting messed up yourself. Right? This is mumtareen. Allah mentions this because when you go and talk to the Christian, what's going to happen? To justify their faith, what kinds of arguments do they have a lot of times? They have to go through a lot of hula hoops to be able to justify Isa as the son of God. God can do anything, right? Yeah? Why can't he have a son? Oh, you got me there. Because he says he doesn't take a son. Okay, well, God can do anything. Why can't he forgive all my sins? They'll throw stuff like this at you, right? And you'll be like, and then my favorite one. The sister became Muslim. She went back to her preacher. Not Birmingham. What was that? This is a no-name town in Alabama. Really like out there. No-name Alabama. Okay? Mobile, Alabama. It was next to Mobile, Alabama. They went some obscure town. Becomes Muslim. Preacher starts talking to her. He goes, Trinity is all around us. The egg, the shell, the white, the shell, and the yellow. But it's just one egg. Look at a chair. It has 4 legs. I was like, that's 4 legs. That doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. He says, look at water. It's oxygen. It's air. It's water. And it's ice. But it's still H2O. Trinity's all around us. And she starts like, I guess. And I said, wait, let's take a step back. In all of these cases, is God not being compared to creation? Our response to that is, Laysa kamithlihi shay. We don't compare him to anything. When we look at creation, we appreciate his creative power, not who he is, but what he does. What he's capable of doing. Not who he is himself. SubhanAllah. It's simple for us. But you can listen to that at first and be like, oh, they got a good one. And by the way, traditionally, these were considered blasphemous arguments by Christian scholarship to compare God to creation. Originally. But now it's all good. They have a new fatwa. So they use it. Nonetheless, don't fall into doubt. Don't start getting confused. فَمَنْ حَاجَّكَ فِيهِ. Then whoever hajjah, I told you what hajjah is, right? A kind of debate where you're trying to one-up somebody. Whoever tries to debate with you in this matter, مِن بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ. Even after knowledge has come to you. Even after the fact that knowledge has come to you. فَقُلْ. Then declare to them. This is after a couple of weeks of debate with the Christians of Najran that are staying at which hotel? At Al-Masjid Al-Nabawi. The Christians that want to debate about Islam and argue on behalf of Jesus being the Son of God stay as honored guests inside Al-Masjid Al-Nabawi. Today we're at a time we can't even have a healthy disagreement between Muslims who believe God is one and Muhammad is his messenger ﷺ without voices being raised and fist fights sometimes inside the masjid, people being kicked out. These guys are saying something so offensive that Allah says the skies and the earth are about to rip because they say Allah has taken a son. And yet they are honored guests inside the masjid. And for a couple of weeks at that. And they are debating with none other than the Prophet ﷺ, who in fact isn't just giving them his own arguments, he's giving them ayat and they're coming up with stuff they make up, then more ayat come and they come up with more stuff and they give them ayat and they come up with more stuff. That is the conversation. We have to learn something about the ethics of conversation from the seerah. How we're supposed to engage in discourse. And after a couple of weeks, basically Allah pulled the plug on this mission of theirs. And essentially Allah said, this is what Allah commanded His Messenger to say, whoever starts debating you in these matters, فَقُلْ. Tell them, تَعَالَوْا. Come on out. نَدْعُوا أَبْنَاءَنَا. We will call our children. Let's call our children. وَأَبْنَاءَكُمْ. And we'll call your children. وَنِسَاءَنَا وَنِسَاءَكُمْ. And our women and your women. وَأَنفُسَنَا وَأَنفُسَكُمْ. And we will call our own selves. We'll come ourselves. And you come out too. ثُمَّ نَبْتَهِلْ. So let's have a communal gathering. Both communities just get together in one big field. And then, ثُمَّ نَبْتَهِلْ. Abhala, the verb abhala from if'al family. Abhala means to leave someone in their state. Let them be. This is abhala. Like someone's arguing with you and they're not changing their position. You say, you know what? Have fun. Stay where you are. That's fine. Be that way. That's abhala. Abhaltuhu. I let him be. Ibtihal then took a different turn. This term became ibtahala yabtahilu. Ibtihal, that's nabtahilu, right? Ibtihal is when you have decided, both of you have come to a disagreement about an important matter that has to do with Allah in this case. And Allah will deal with you, I will let you be. I'm not going to fight with you, I'm not going to argue with you anymore. I'm just going to let who deal with you? Allah Azza wa Jal. This is ibtihal. This is actually not something by the ijma' of the Muslims. This is not something we're allowed to do. This was a hujjah, final case, made by Allah on these people. So the Christians of Najran were told, look, Quran says this, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. ثُمَّ نَبْتَهِلْ, we'll let each other go, but as we don't let each other go, what are we going to say? فَنَجْعَلْ لَعْنَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْكَاذِبِينَ. Then we will invoke, call upon the curse of Allah on those who are lying. So that us, our children, our women, we're ready to put all of our community, every man, woman, and child, and their life at stake because of this faith. We're ready to die for it. And we're invoking God's wrath on us if we're liars. That's what we're ready to do. We'll see you tomorrow. Did they show up? No. And Rasul ﷺ says, had the Christians showed up on that day, there wouldn't have been any left on the face of the earth. That's scary. They would have been wiped out. SubhanAllah. So, but don't get any ideas. We're not allowed to do it. That's not the right attitude. Okay? And this is only something a messenger can do anyway, alayhi salatu wassalam. He has that and he doesn't have that license himself. Allah commanded him to do it. قُلْ تَعَالَوْ نَدْعُوا أَبْنَاءَ. You tell them, I'm telling you to go and do this. So فَلَا جَعَلْنَا عَلَى اللَّهِ الْكَاذِبِينَ إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْقَصَصُ الْحَقُّ. No doubt this is the true narration. This is the true narrative. This is what really happened. Meaning this is what happened with Isa alayhi salam. And this is the reality of what happened with even what's occurred in history. وَمَا مِنْ إِلَهٍ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. There's no one to be worshipped at all, guys. You're wrong. Except Allah. Why is it you're wrong? Why did I add that? Because it says ma and not la. Guys, you have the wrong position. If you say la ilaha illallah, it's the answer to a question. Is there someone that should be worshipped other than Allah? No, there isn't. Someone says someone should be worshipped other than Allah. The response is not la, the response is ma min ilahin illallah. There's no ilah whatsoever other than Allah. وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَهُوَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. And certainly Allah, He is the ultimate authority, the all-wise. فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا. And if they turned away, or if all of you turned away, meaning that Allah may be addressing them directly, probably the third person is the preferred position. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلِيمٌ بِالْمُفْسِدِينَ. Then certainly Allah is in complete view, or has complete knowledge of those who cause corruption. These are the leaders of the Christian community. Allah doesn't call them corrupt, He calls them causes of corruption, creators of corruption. Because them not accepting knows that deep inside they know it's the truth, and now they're not. And leaders are not people who carry a religious view to themselves. They're the ones that are used to disseminate it to a society. So they are the causes of that corruption. قُلْ يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ. Tell them, people of the book. Now, something I didn't say before that should be said. People of the book is not just Jews and Christians. It's a more specific term than that. Kitab means writing. Ahlul Kitab are people that are educated in the religion. Ahlul Kitab, people of the book, are not just any Ahlul Kitab. They are, because وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ also, right? Among them are unlettered also. But among them, those that have knowledge of text. They have knowledge of religion. They're being invoked. They're being called. تَعَالَوْا إِلَىٰ كَلِمَةٍ. Come to a word. سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. That is the same between you and ourselves. Come to the common ground. أَلَّا نَعْبُدَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. That we will worship none except Allah. The modern Christian will tell you, no, our book doesn't say you got to worship Allah. That's you Muslim thing. The Arabic rendition of the Bible is way old. I mean, some of the earliest Christians are Arab Christians. And they've used the word Allah for God way before any European Christian did. So the word Allah is original to Christian tradition way before even the word God is, which is from a German origin, Gott. Right? It's way older. So when they say, who's this Allah? Well, ask your own. Ask your own. The Arabic copies of the Bible are still available. Full of what word? Allah. Full of the word Allah. Inshallah, one day I'll share with you like a side tangent. We'll read through some of the Arabic Bible. The Arabic Bible, in one place, has a description of what they call the Comforter. Right, the Comforter, that you probably heard that term before. The Arabic Bible has an incredible description of the Comforter. He'll have a mark on his shoulder. Allah is talking to a land and He says, I will bless you with the house of Abraham, and I will bless you with him, who will come with a mark on his shoulder. And he will come and purify the people therein, and he will break the idol. And oh my God. That's in the Bible. And it's heavy Arabic too. Inshallah, one day. One day. So, قُلْ يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ تَعَالَوْا إِلَىٰ كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ أَلَّا نَعْبُدَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ وَلَا نُشْرِكَ بِهِ شَيْئًا. And we will not associate any partners with Him whatsoever. وَلَا يَتَّخِذَ بَعْضُنَا بَعْضًا أَرْبَابًا مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ. And we will not take some of us will not take others as gods besides Allah. You know, Hatim al-Ta'i is a famous legend of the Arabs. He's not just a legend, he's an actual historical figure who was known for his generosity. His name is Hatim al-Ta'i. Many stories are told about his generosity. His son is Uday ibn Hatim. He's a Sahabi of the Prophet. He used to be Christian. So when he became Muslim, he said, I don't understand this ayah, Rasulullah. You're saying we took each other as gods? Some of us took others as gods besides Allah. What does that mean? And the Prophet told him, didn't you have rabbis and ministers and priests, right? That when they said something is forbidden, it was forbidden. When something is permissible, it's permissible. They made the halal and haram for you. He said, yes. He goes, what else is Arab? That's what that is. You took you took legislators other than Allah. You took lawgivers other than Allah. Arbaba min dunillah. The other, of course, manifestation of this is, they would take saints. They would take their saints and make them like, in Catholic tradition, this saint is protecting me and that saint is keeping my house safe and the saint is keeping my car safe and etc. This is the saint for help and, the saint for wealth, etc., etc. فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا, and if they again turn away, فَقُولُوا اشْهَدُوا بِأَنَّا مُسْلِمُونَ, then you say, bear witness that we're Muslims. Are these words repeated? Bear witness that we're Muslims? The original followers of Isa said to Isa, Jesus, bear witness, we're Muslim. And then they turned to Allah and said, فَاكْتُبْنَا مَعَ write us among the witnesses. And now it's like Allah is saying, you guys are the real followers of Isa, because you're going to say what his real followers said. Bear witness that we're Muslims. Just do that. And they'll happily do it. Yeah, you guys are Muslim, of course. Thank you. That'll come in handy on Judgment Day. فَاشْهَدْ بِأَنَّا مُسْلِمُونَ. Okay? Ya Ahl al-Kitab, people of the book. لِمَا تُحَاجُّونَ فِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ. People of the book implying what again? People of knowledge. People of the knowledge of the book. They have an affiliation to the book. Why do you try to make a case and try to win a debate about Ibrahim? What are you doing? Why are you arguing about Ibrahim? وَمَا أُنزِلَتِ التَّوْرَاةُ وَالْإِنْجِيلُ إِلَّا مِنْ بَعْدِهِ. Torah and Injil weren't even revealed at all except much after him. What are you arguing whether he was a Jew or Christian for? That question has actually occurred already in Baqarah. مَا كَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَهُودِيًّا وَلَا نَصْرَانِيًّا وَلَكِنْ كَانَ حَنِيفًا مُسْلِمًا. Right? وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. That's already come. He was neither Jew nor Christian. Obviously not, because he was way before Judaism or Christianity. He's like the great-great-great-great-grandfather of even Musa alayhi salam, what to speak of Isa alayhi salam. Why are you arguing about him? وَمَا أُنزِلَتِ التَّوْرَاةُ وَالْإِنْجِيلُ إِلَّا مِنْ بَعْدِهِ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Why don't you then apply your intellect? Why don't you think about that? هَا أَنْتُمْ هَؤُلَاءِ حَاجَجْتُمْ. Here all of you are. You are the very people. You are these guys that have been arguing, have been debating, فِيمَا لَكُمْ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. In at least something you know something about. At least you've been arguing about Jesus. At least you've been arguing about Yahya alayhi salam. Maybe you've been arguing about Zakaria alayhi salam. At least you know something about that. Ilmun. He didn't say al-ilm. Some knowledge you have. Okay. فَلِمَ تُحَاجُّونَ فِيمَا لَيْسَ لَكُمْ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. Why are you arguing about something you have no knowledge of at all? Where do you get off doing that? وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ. It is Allah, in fact, He knows. وَأَنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. You guys don't know at all. You're not the ones who know. مَا كَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَهُدِيًّا وَلَا نَصْرَانِيًّا. Ibrahim alayhi salam was neither Jew nor Christian. وَلَكِنْ كَانَ حَنِيفًا مُسْلِمًا. However, he was, in fact, a solely dedicated Muslim. Hanif is when someone makes the intent for something and is not distracted by anything else. Focused. He was that kind of Muslim, focused entirely towards Allah, completely in submission. وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. And neither was he one of the mushrikeen. There are three groups: Jews, Christians, and the mushrikun of Makkah. All three of them in some way or another claim an allegiance to Ibrahim alayhi salam, take some ownership of him. Allah says, no Jew, no Christian, no mushrik. He was Muslim. So He snatched him from all three groups. He took him from all three groups in this ayah. إِنَّ أَوْلَى النَّاسِ بِإِبْرَاهِيمَ لَلَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُ. The people who should have the closest affiliation to Ibrahim, the closest friendship to Ibrahim, the most loyalty to Ibrahim, should be the ones who actually follow him closely. اتَّبَعُوهُ. I've explained the word ittiba' before. وَهَذَا النَّبِيُّ. And obviously this Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, this Prophet that is told, فَاتَّبِعْ مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ حَنِيفًا. He is told individually, you follow the legacy of Ibrahim alayhi salam. You take on that legacy. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. And those who've come to believe. وَاللَّهُ وَلِيُّ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And Allah is the protective friend of those who truly believe. You know, in this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jal highlights His messenger first, and Nabi, those who follow him, those who followed him in the past, and this prophet in particular. This prophet in particular because his job is to clean the house that Ibrahim built. That's his job. So the one who should have the most affiliation to him is fulfilling that tradition that was started by Ibrahim alayhi salam.